Gotta get a job before I can do that.
What I'm hearing is that you're married.
I am married, yes. Going on.
How old are you?
I am 24.
24? Well, congratulations. When was this?
June 5th, 2010. Going on 3 years. So.
3 years?
Yep. This will be our 3-year this June.
Wow.
Yep.
You got married. Really?
Yes, I did.
I'm 21 right now, so technically you got married my age.
Yep. I did indeed.
You must be a really mature man, because I could not.
And it does appear to be reverse captain's mode. Yes, we're happily married, going on 3 years. She's awesome. She lets me do my casting and my games and stuff. She works right now because I do not have a job, because she got a good job that required us to move. We actually just recently moved over 300 miles away from where we were living, so we're just kind of playing it by ear right now.
Where do you live?
We're in South Arkansas.
Dang, I didn't know there were so many people.
Yep, we are.
Away from... yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm in California.
You're in California. One of them hippies.
Hey, okay. Just to back up California, as we're not all hippies, we're all lovers. There's a lot of Asian people. Yes, I am aware. I am one myself, but I mean, what can you do, man?
That's right. It can't be helped. That's right. That's true. I've never been. I would love to have gone out there though. I'd like to make a trip out there sometime. It would be fun. And just we got to comment on this. Look at these. Who are the captains and what are they smoking? First bands, Meepo and Spectre. Very interesting. Well, and an Omni Knight ban. What in the hell are they doing?
I'm just gonna go out and saying that Nico is strictly because she needs it.
And a Chin ban. And first pick wisp. Wow. Reverse random draft. Eat your heart out. Wow, guys, if you've never heard of reverse random draft, why don't you explain to him what it is? There, Yen.
I am actually not aware of random draft.
Okay, reverse captain mode is where you pick for the other team.
Oh.
So.
Okay, so this game is a troll then.
It's not a troll. It's meant to be challenging. So, actually, I don't agree with this. Giving them Wisp, as long as they don't give them a nuke to go with it, could be very difficult. Giving Treant, very stupid. Of Treant, very strong character. And Sniper as well. Good carry there in Sniper, and Treant, a very strong hero. And I could be mistaken. I believe that's what reverse captain's mode is. No, this isn't reverse. This is just regular.
Is this regular captain mode?
I don't know. It just says captain's mode at the top.
I think I saw reverse.
Yeah, I thought I saw reverse too.
Either way, these stands are completely unopened.
Yeah, either way, this is trolly as hell. However, Wisp Ursa, nasty if your Wisp knows how to play. Wisp Ursa can tear shit apart. Hold on just a second. Like I'm insane. Alright, I'm back. My wife was making fun of me. Okay, guys.
It's all good.
Yeah. Either way, back to this troll-ass game. Ursa Wisp.
I'm kind of like Ursa Wisp.
Yeah. That can do some damage. It's better. Ursa Pebbles, or Wisp Pebbles better. Actually, you see that a lot now. Wisp Pebbles is really mean. For Han players, it is the equivalent of, what's the sprite thing? the little fairy dude that can teleport the pebbles around the map. Yeah, that combo.
Nymph.
Yeah, Nymph. That's like the Nymph Pebbles combo for you Heroes of New Earth players. And a Dazzle? What in the hell is going on?
They're running Earth Harry. Straight up.
Yeah, so this is... right now, though, off this lineup, I'm really hating this this Radiant lineup. Not gonna lie.
Let me just tell you something, though. This Ursa with Dazzle's ulti will just hack through anyone on this team so far.
That's true. Treant, very tanky, though, if you use him properly. I'm a pretty good Treant player, and especially with the fact that he can heal his towers, very hard to push against a good Treant.
Oh, you can heal anyone on the map.
Right, you can heal anyone globally. Like, it's really nice, dude. Like, it's a really good ability. You got to be very aware to play Treant. You got to really pay attention to do it, but if you do it well, he's a very powerful character and an Earthshaker ban. So finally, something I can understand banning.
I can understand the ban to a certain extent.
I understand Chen. I do not understand the Meepo ban, and I do not understand the Spectre ban. Omni,
yeah,
not as a first, as a third or fourth or fifth ban, as a reaction ban, fine, but not as a first ban.
Yeah, you need to ban Omni Knight against a certain strategy.
Right.
See it coming.
Exactly. Chen, I can Morphling. I can understand Morphling. I don't know that they would have picked a Morphling, but he's always annoying to deal with. Visage out of the blue. This is the weirdest captain's whatever game I've ever seen.
I have no idea what went on.
I am lost. That does not happen very often. I am as confused as can possibly be. And even more confusing is how in the hell they are going to lane this.
I can see some lanes.
The Dire team, obviously you can send the Sniper mid. You can send the Treant off lane or top in a tri-lane situation. You can do the same thing with the AA. So I can understand that. I would assume they're going to run the Wisp Ursa. But are they going to run it in a pseudo or a tri-lane, or is they going to run it as Ursa being the pseudo jungler? How are they going to run it? It's going to depend, and really going to depend on these last two picks, is how they're going to do this.
Yeah, these last two picks are tri-lane or Ursa versus the jungle, but I highly doubt it, considering they picked up a Wisp and Ursa.
Yeah, I would assume those two would be attached at the hip this game. And a Shadow Fiend banned. I don't know why they're banning carries when they already have a sniper picked.
I think Shinny just lost his mind.
Shinny and Valinar are captains here, and I think they're just feeling really trolly, giving us something fun to cast for the last game.
They just decided that, PL's not playing today, so...
Yeah.
Got rocked by him once, can't do it again.
That's right. PL, very scary when he gets farmed. You can shut him down, but you gotta have the character to do it.
Right, but I think our lineup is just too dominant as a push team.
Yeah, I was confused by the else lineup at first, but I was kind of confused by both. And the lanes didn't go the way I thought they were going to go, but y'all made it work. Y'all made it work. It did very well in a jungle, in an Inchy ban. Interesting. I don't know if they would have picked a... I guess they're... I don't know. They banned two supports and a jungling semi-carry. And I don't know. I'm done speculating on these fans. I don't get it. They make no sense.
Valinar and Shinny are both taking shots for ban and...
That's right. And a Punga? What the hell? They have no hard carry rat. They still have yet to pick up a hard carry. Ursa... They could, yeah, now, if they... I didn't think about that, but I have seen that a lot lately. The Pugna mid. I don't know. I would have, you know what I'd have liked to seen there is a Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit mid. I like that character, and I like that character mid. And I think it would have fit their lineup well. They don't have a lot of AoE. They're not going to have any AoE for that matter, really. Comparative to a team that has going to have massive AoE. At least that's how it's looking.
Yeah, that is actually relatively true.
Yeah.
But Pugna can power this pretty well.
Yeah, but comparative to a ooh, and they go for another hard carry. So
They have to be
interesting.
playing sniper as like a ganking type role,
Yeah.
and then they'll probably do PA to farm.
Yeah, they're gonna probably. I would assume that Radiant is gonna pick an offlaner here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would. That's all because then they could run sniper mid, and then they could do a treant pseudo jungle with AA and PA in this tri lane, and just let the PA farm. It wouldn't be the best tri lane, but it would. They could do it. I gotta assume the Radiant team they need a solo offlaner here.
Oh, what?
Okay. And so I think it is you pick for the. I'm pretty sure it is that you pick for the other team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So they're gonna pick something for. They don't want to give them an offlaner. If they give them an offlaner, they're not that badly set up. So we'll look at this dire team. They are gonna run Pugna. The only mid they have is Pugna. I've seen Vino mid in the hands of. I think Shinny actually did it the other day. A good player can do it, but not typical. I think they're gonna send the Pugna mid. They could send the Vino off and do a really hard support for the Ursa. I think that's what I would do. I don't know.
So run tri-lane of those 3 picks and
And then
off-lane Venom.
yeah, I didn't run offlane Vino because Vino can offlane very well if he gets his wards. He can offlane very well. So and it
What?
what the hell? So they pick an anti-mage. So they okay. So they have
Who's gonna play mid with sniper?
yeah. So they gave him 3 super hard carries and 2 tanky, supporty, possible carry and treant and AA. I believe is actually listed as a carry. Last I checked, but mostly you see her as a support. But that ultimate does do a lot of damage, so there's no telling what the picks were doing this game. Where on the other team we have the exact opposite with 1 carry, a buttload of supports and a semi carry.
And Ursa, they have to just put their balls all into Ursa.
Yeah, it's all on Ursa at this point. Ursa, the massive pub hero that he is, though, can carry. Can do a very large.
For sure.
I mean, you don't need much farm. Get a Vlad's on him, and you can and you can rush on. So, when you only need 1 item to rush, you can do a lot of damage.
Yeah. And the only problem I'm seeing here is that they do not have a strong pushing lineup. So if this goes into 40 past minutes, they are game over.
Yeah, it's going to be... If this game goes on for more than 35, 40 minutes, I don't see this dire team able to defend anything past that point. They just... Get ready for ownage, says Shinny.
Yeah, we started saying Baru like randomly during the break, and it just kind of picked up from there.
Is it the next YOLO? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm sorry. YOLO is just a terrible word.
Guys, only 4 viewers right now. Gotta get to 10 for giving free stuff away. Tell people you know if you want to get free stuff. You must have a Twitch account to get in on the giveaway so you can type.
I think we should do...
Next week if I...
Interesting.
Yeah, they're deciding to lane PA with the AA, so solo supporting their hard carry there. Treant right now sitting at the top rune though, not sure what he's going to be doing. Obviously the sniper mid, no surprise there, but I'm assuming they're just going to do a 2-1-2. But AM and Treant going to have a lot of problems top lane versus Veno. Veno should easily be able to hold that. And look at this, they do send Veno in the off, and they send Pugna mid, and they run their tri-lane. Exactly like I said. So, called one of them. Got 1 call right. I'll take it. Wisp is already linking the Ursa.
Oh, they're going for for the dive?
They want the dive here, and Ursa does have a haste, but he's getting lots of tower hits here. Oh my, look at that. AA going right to the depths. And Wisp Ursa is so very scary. And that is why. Oh, what a trolly attempt.
Offlane anti-mage.
Yeah, offlane anti-mage versus a Vino. Vino should absolutely slaughter this lane. And he actually did start Poison Sting, so he should really have no problems with this, going straight into Plague Ward. Don't want to feed him the wards, though, so...
Nope.
Need to be careful how you play some...
Those do have a lot of health.
Yeah, for level 1. And Ursa putting all the eggs in Ursa's basket with this. Double support on the pubbiest pub hero in the game.
Now, I have seen Ursa played in competitive games.
Recently?
Yeah, but it was a Team Liquid that they lost.
Yeah, I've not seen Ursa play. Liquid is fun to play. I watched TC streaming the other night. Oh, and look at this. They're getting the stun rope on him. Ursa does body block. PA taking a lot of damage, and there goes PA. Just melting. Yeah, just melting off the screen. And wow, domination in this tri-lane. Wow. The Wisp and the Dazzle just doing so much support work here. And just getting the double kill there. And like I said, that Wisp in a tri-lane with anyone is very scary, especially if you have somebody like Ursa with him. And Pugna in the middle. Go ahead.
Fury Swipe just hacking.
Yep. And look at him, back to full health already with all the heals in this lane. Feeling pretty good, but Conquer on this PA doing it, on this PA doing a good job of sneaking last hits when he can. I've noticed a few. We'll look at the chart in a minute, but look at this. It looks like they want to go again, but AA is here as well now, so they have the full support of a 3-on-3. That's slow, just so very slow. Dazzle opting not to get Shallow Graves, so that's interesting.
In this tri-lane, he doesn't need it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still nice to have. I still like to see 1 point in it, and here they go again, going on the PA. They need to get the link across for the stun. There's the slow, though. Ursa dropping very low. He does get the PA. Ursa's going to go down. So they do trade a PA for an Ursa. Dazzle here. They could get the Wisp here, though. Make it all worthwhile. There goes the Wisp. So they do get the 2 for 1.
Interesting turn of events.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2 for 1 trade there. They did well. That AA helped a lot there. She did lay. I believe she landed the slow cold feet on Ursa. So. Dazzle dropping a ward, just like he should be doing. And AA.
Get over this. Oh, he's going at it again.
So good warding out of the Dire team. A little bit out of the Radiant team. Or I'm sorry. Good warding out of the Radiant team, only the 1 out of the Dire team, though. Oh, and look at this. They might actually tower dive this. Trian is there with support, though. Ursa diving way too far. The link is broke. They could turn this on and blocked in by the trees. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Look at the damage going down. Wisp helping out. Wow, so much damage going on to that AA right there. And now the stun's going off from the Wisp. Oh, catching PA, actually. PA does go down with the Wisp auto attack, and they get the triple kill. A 3 for none. A 3 for none. Wisp getting out with 3% HP. Wow, and this tri-lane just proving to be a mess. And look at Ursa.
Look at Benno's arm. Benno compared to Annie gets caught.
Yeah, they're both. Let's see here. We can check our last hits denies. Vino sitting on 16 creep score compared to Manti Mage's only 7, so over double. They get the tower as well on the bot there, so lots of work going there. Sniper sitting on the top of the leaderboard with 26 creep score. Followed up closely by Vino, Pug, and Ursa. Everybody else still less than 10 last hits.
Well, they're rotating a top.
Yep, looks that way. And I don't know what an underfed PA and a super low MA or anti-mage are going to do against a Veno. He needs to spend his gold, though. He is sitting on 1,400. He needs to get boots or get some regen or something. He needs to spend that gold. Current gold tab. We do have Veno sitting on top with 1,500. Pugna right behind him with 1,100. Good, fun game. This is a fun one. You picked a good one to decide to co-cast. Wow. Jeez, Crow. This tri-lane was absurd.
I just want to say this is probably the most ridiculous game I've seen.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. And Pugna going to get caught out a little here by this anti-mage. They could really sandwich this. They communicate this well. Trian and AA all on full health. There goes the Frostbite. AM is there. Frostbite does not proc, though. He does blink out, but they're just going to run right into creeps. Ursa's there to provide the support, and they're just going to prospectively fall back. They could have done a lot of work there. The slow from AA was a little short, and you got to throw that slow out in front of them where you think they're going to run before you do the Frostbite to make sure you get enough of that slow in there to get the stun to actually proc. 5 guys, 5 viewers, need 5 more by the end of this game to give something away. We're at a pause. We'll take this time to look at our charts. We got a just under 1,500 EXP lead for the Dire. And a very substantial 4,000 gold lead for the Dire. Didn't think it was going to be quite that high.
You have to put in the...
What's that?
The tower.
Yeah, the tower is going to definitely make a big difference. And we do have some offensive wards on this bottom lane here by this Dire team. Radiant actually having no sight on the map right now, I do believe. And we're going to have an engaged bottom, it looks like. Ursa looking to go in with no mana, though. So it needs to be kind of careful. It looks like they want the AM. The AM can blink twice, though, with the mana pool. More than twice. He has full mana now. And just hit level 6 as well. And it's getting heals from the Treant. And they're just hanging out in this bottom lane. Oh, man. Yeah, and that Vortex hits absolutely nothing. The Sniper's coming down, and they decide to go on him, or the Dazzle went on the Sniper alone. That's a big mistake. Good heal out of the Dazzle, though. Now Sniper poking down the Ursa. Sniper sitting on that Aquila ring in phase 1, or in tier 1 boots, so going to do a lot of damage. He does have the take aim maxed for the bonus range, and he does have his 2 points in the headshot, so. Going for the headshot max, do you play any Sniper at all?
No, actually I do not.
And look at this, AM definitely getting caught out here. If he's got his blink, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, there's the blink. Very close, he was 1 hit away from that Ursa.
Oh, Wisp is going for it, Wisp going for it.
The Wisp did dive down, but walked right past and missed, but she's going to stun out the Sniper. No, her orbs missed! Oh, and an ulti from AM, and the Wisp gets caught overextending a little bit there. Going way out of position, being way too greedy. But a lot of Sniper players, this is a big subject of debate I've been hearing a lot about lately. Do you max headshot or do you max shrapnel? Everybody pretty much agrees you max take aim first, get your assassinate at 6. I personally
that's pretty normal.
I personally max shrapnel first. It's a 30% the activated Q. The damage scales, mind you, not that much, but the 30% slow is very nice. The slow doubles as you level it. Whereas headshot, the chance stays the same. The damage does a little bit more than shrapnel at max, but that 30% slow, your damage means nothing if you can't keep up with them. So
here's how I say it. If you're going to play with your team a lot, your shrapnel is great because that slow is just amazing. You can push towers super hard.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be farming the way Sheeny is constantly, you want to stay out of harm's way, and you don't want to be susceptible to anything.
Right. But I mean, I could defend myself. It does give you more damage, but you can defend yourself from ganks better with shrapnel, because you can blast it over hills. You can blast it where you don't have sight. And this is a big debate, you know, I've been hearing a lot about. And look at this, the Whispers, they're actually going for the Roshan here. And that ward for the Radiant went up very late. AM is going in. Even if he gets there, he's not going to do anything. Oh, the Aegis is still on the ground. Wow, AM could have picked that up, but Ursa does end up getting it. Anti-Mage does blink out. Ooh, that was tricky. If AM would have blinked in right away, he could have stolen the Aegis. He might have died, but he could have got the Aegis. And now Ursa has it.
This is it, Daniel.
Oh, wow. Big gank up top. Sniper just destroying Vino with that 3 gank top. But it,
really going balls with that one.
Yeah, really getting in there. And there goes your Tree. He's healing his team. That's why Treant Protector is such a fun hero to play if you know how to do it. Anyway, back to Sniper. The debate with Sniper, that's my personal opinion. I have played Sniper quite a bit and his counterparts in other MOBAs, and I've always found it easier to defend. Oh, big engage going top, and the Ursa Wisp poured in and take out the PA. But I've just found I have an easier time defending myself with Shrapnel than I do with the headshot. That's just personal opinion. And look at this, Ursa going on Treant. Ursa really wants this Treant Protector. Treant does not have enough mana to invis, but he's able to kite out the Ursa, who has phase boots, and he still got kited. Yeah, wow, Sniper able to, was that Sniper? Yeah, Sniper able to port out from in between Vino and Dazzle there. Just sneaking his way out. Guys, 5 viewers, 5 more by the end of the game for the giveaway. Ursa sitting on Vlad's Aegis, phase boots, poor man's shield, so he went a bit tankier getting that early poor man's shield. He didn't really get it that early though, is my only problem with getting it. He got it after he got the Aegis, so kind of late for a poor man's shield.
Poor man's was during waiting phase, actually.
Oh, he did pick it up early. Okay, I just missed it then.
It was after his
Oh, and look at this, Ursa going really hard on the Treant, but changing. Oh my, the PA getting very close to death. Ursa almost getting them all right there, and look at this, they're all over this AA now. Oh, the AA is definitely going down. Yep, there she goes. And meanwhile, bottom, AM getting very close to death versus this Wisp. This Wisp is, yeah, Wisp, an underrated hero with the spirits that she can cast out, and how much they actually do is quite a bit. But Vino whiffing the slow. Meanwhile, top lane Ursa just not even caring where anyone is. Oh, but Sniper, no AWOC. Ah, no AWOC. I don't know about that. I think he could have killed Dazzle there. And look at this, PA jumping in right on top of the Dazzle. AA's ult does go off, but it's not going to hit anybody. Oh, man, and they're just counter-poking each other to death. And there he goes. He does turn onto the Dazzle. There's the Graveyard. Let's see if they can pick it up before the Ursa gets in there. The Ursa is there. Frostbite goes down on the Ursa. Dazzle does drop, and Ursa follows. Wow, so a good fight. He does have the Aegis, though. So let's see if they decide to go on him. Oh, they do go! Frostbite in. PA with a nice crit, and Sniper going to finish him off. Wow, so they burn the Aegis. They kill the Ursa. They get the Dazzle. Very good engagement there for this Radiant team. Wow, some wild action there, guys. Awesome stuff. But yes, solo Wisp. Yeah, Wisp very underestimated these days. With just what Tether does, it gives you so much move speed. It gives you so much everything. Stun duration for your linking. Then you have your spirits, which I'm hovering over Wisp skills right now so y'all can see. These two come up when the spirits go out, and you can gain damage and etc. with overcharge when you do have your spirits out. And then you can spread them out to stun in big areas. You can bring them in around you. You can give bonuses to your teammates. You can teleport your teammates. Just a really wild character with really cool mechanics. And look at this. Wisp Eartha caught the Sniper out of position. Let's see what's going to happen. And what in the world? Did the Wisp port? They did. They ported back actually there. And there's no reason to port back. And look at this. The Sniper might be able to get the Pugna. No, he does not quite get the Pugna. And he actually ends up dying there. And look at this. Dazzle is there to help clean up. The Treant is there as well. A getting very low. The Vino Ward's trying to poke at him. Tower is going to allow that A to just irk out of the way. And there's a defensive ulti from Treant. Doing a lot of damage there. Wow, nice shallow grave. That was as clutch as I've ever seen. Now Vino putting himself in a lot of danger here. Vino Ward's everywhere though. PA goes down to the Vino. And Wisp Ursa porting in. They could clean this up. Oh, Trent goes down. They're going to tower dive. This AO is most likely going to fall, and there he goes. Wow, so a big bait there.
Power of Seth.
Yeah, big bait out there. And with this Ursa Wisp support just coming in and cleaning everything up. And their Vino actually already having a broadsword, too. He's had that for quite a little bit, actually. He picked that up a little bit ago. Hitting like a truck. And look at this.
And none of them BKBs too.
Yeah.
Too much poison.
Yeah, no BKBs, and Ursa feeling fully confident to dive into the tier 3 tower. Tree and Sniper are there to try to defend. Let's see if they can. AA and PA do get back up in there. And this is such an early moment to be at a tier 3 tower. And look at this, the instant TP top by Ursa, and Wisp porting in as well. They want the AM. I don't think they're going to be fast enough. We can see the tether does stun, as you can see. Well, actually, the AM kind of backtracked a little bit, but blinks away. And then the Wisp return teleports them to the mid.
This is a chaotic. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah, this is a chaos game for real. Let's take a look at our items tab, guys. Vanguard on AM, so AM a little scared, going for more tank than damage early. PA, the only thing poor PA sitting on is a poor man's shield and trying to get his phase boots. Sniper sitting with that broadsword and a killer ring, so that's nice. Ursa does have his Vlads obviously in his phase boots. Big engage going on here top, possibly good porting, catching the AM out of position, and AM is gonna fall. Never had a chance. I was gonna say, let's check our current gold tab. Ursa was sitting on 1600, so Ursa just bought a big item. Let's see. Let's check and see where it's at. He actually just picked up his first mithril hammer. So it'll be interesting to see what he turns that into. Everybody else, nobody over 700 gold right now, so no more big items coming up. What's that? The buildings of a BKB? Yeah.
Yeah, Ursa's going to
BKB,
which is perfectly viable as of right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can never not have enough stun, and you can. There's no such thing as too much stun. Anti-stun is what I'm trying to say. Even though their team isn't really heavy CC, I don't know that I would necessitate a BKB, but it's definitely not a bad item. And look at this, PA jumping in right here. Really ballsy. Tree's there to support. There's actually no Ursa here. Ursa is off alone. They can do a lot of damage here with that Ursa not there. Let's see if they can make it happen. Good frostbite down on the Vino.
Oh.
Or Punga, that was Punga. And Punga does fall. Then A gets falled. And there's the Sniper ulti. And he actually graves himself. Wisp still, there's still no Ursa. They could clean this up. That could be a huge moment for them. Lots of heals going down. Wisp does have him tethered. Let's see if they can clean it up. Oh, not quite. Wisp does activate his stunning orbs. They're spinning all over him. Sniper poking away at that dazzle.
That was a good save by Wisp.
Yeah, that was a very good save. That could have been a lot worse. It actually ends up being a 2-for-2 trade. So not bad at all for the Dire team. And look at the Dire's wards, man. They got very offensive wards. While the Radiant is still sitting on just the one ward in the top rune spot. It is an aggressive ward, but not hyper aggressive, so. And Ursa sitting on another 800 gold on top of that Mithril. He's going to have that BKB very soon. And look at this, he comes across Tree in the jungle. Tree needs to invis. There's the invis.
One more hit.
Yep.
Oh, he does not have vision.
Nope, no vision, so he had to try. Just missed, just out of range. And look at this. AA's there as well, and Ursa has a feeling, I guess. And yeah, there's the Wisp. The Wisp saw the AA. They know the AA is there, but they're going to run right through that rain. Get very slowed. I don't think they want to tower dive this. They might. We'll see. I want to see Wisp items. I want to see item sets for Wisp. How would that look? A glowing ball.
Items?
Yeah, like cosmetic sets for Wisp. So goofy. Anyway, they want the tower.
I thought they could put up on Warpling, but they did.
Yeah. So we'll just have to see how it would turn out. And there goes the rain right down to Ursa. Ursa getting very low actually there. Taking quite a bit of damage while trying to take that tower. Get about about halfway on that tower. So Ursa stepping back and getting healed by his team. Meanwhile, all this going down. Dazzle coming in. Vino pushing top. Easy mode. He does have, and Vino does have his Shadow Blade actually. Very dangerous, that item on him. And look at this. AM finds the Dazzle poking out, but Wisp instantly tethers and goes bye-bye. And now look at this. Tree's there to protect. AM is there. They're going to have the engagement. A lot of damage raining down on the Ursa. The AA ultimate hits. Look at the Grave, though. Grave, clutch save onto the Ursa. And he still ends up going down. If they could just back out, they could get the 1-0. Don't lose the tower unless you... I mean, if you lose the tower, it's okay in this situation. Just don't lose any heroes. However, the problem... Veno, split push top. While all that's going on, they don't even need him for the team fights. So definitely a big problem there. And they're still continuing the mid-pressure. Look at all the heals they have. Just so much sustain on this team. And Veno does pick top tower. Did they...
It's gonna go down.
Yeah, mid, they don't have a fortification. There goes mid. So 2 towers traded for Ursa. Pugna goes down, though. So they do get the Pugna. They lose 2 towers, but they trade 2 heroes for it. So
Roshan is back up.
Roshan is indeed back up. And Veno is going to back up from pushing top. Veno sitting on 1,900 gold. Plus, he already has his Shadow Blade. Wow. So current gold right here for everybody. PA sitting on 1,400, and Veno topping the charts. It's almost 2,000. Let's see if we're going to see any big items coming out here. Do have a Yules on Pugna. I missed that. Got a Yules picked up on Pugna, and the BKB is done on Ursa. Nothing really big stand up for this Radiant team, though, except for that Shadow. Okay, there is a Shadow Blade on Sniper. But nothing big on the PA, and nothing really big on that AM either. Unfortunately, and the AM sitting low on gold, I believe, as well. Yeah, only 300 with nowhere near any big items.
Right now, there's so much jungle that PA can use with the Dominators.
Yeah. And counter wards going down. Wards going down everywhere. No, those are just obs. Okay, just obs. Just everybody obs and everybody else. And look at this Sniper coming in. He could do a lot of damage to this Dazzle. One more hit and he can ult him down. Oh, he wants one more.
That was great.
Yeah, he could. One more and he can get the ult. And there goes Roshan, though. He's going to be a lot of trouble here. Sniper out of position. And it looks like they let him go. They didn't take the bait. However, AM was not in that fight, so no telling what could have happened there. Look at all the Veno wards and Ancients. He just took down the Radiant team's Ancients. And appears to possibly be making a BKB for himself. And look at the tree getting caught by this Pugna. Oh, tree is dead. Life drained by Pugna. Did so much damage.
That was a good description.
Yeah. And with the spirits out. And they go away. And look at this. Look at the Sniper, though. They have obs there. They see him. He is going to be in a lot of trouble here. Oh, they dust him. And there is going to be all she wrote for Sniper. Pugna even life drains him a little bit. Going way out of position. They know they had obs. They saw him ward. Big mistake going there. That's a very large mistake. And we'll quickly glance at our gold chart. Yeah, 12,000 gold lead for the Dire. And almost 5,500 EXP lead. So very substantial lead for this Dire team. Just doing work with their support team.
This Veno's going Agnes.
Yep. And look at this. They want to defend. AA's ult is in, but it's only going to hit Dazzle. It misses the 2 main count shots. Tree getting very low. PA does jump in. Oh, but look at that. He tries to extend, and the Nether Ward is down. And Anti-Mage jumps in, but gets immediately Yules. Oh, my. Dazzle heals everywhere. Ursa just sitting in the middle of this mess. Sniper trying to poke down the Wisp, not doing enough damage. Just look at the heal sustain. Ursa dropping very low. Oh, but he does have the Aegis. Yeah. Does have the Aegis, so let's see if they try to focus him down again or if they try to pick somebody else. Netherward was just expired, or is it still up? Ursa going into the tier 4s. Yeah, little bit of an overextension there. Good shallow grave. He is tethered. And the stuns from Wisp. Ayo, Anti-Mage jumps in, but it's not enough. Goes for the snipe and misses it. Sniper does go down, but Pugna goes down as well. Poison wards everywhere. Let's see if Anti-Mage can do anything here. Oh, and they do get the Wisp, actually. And it looks like they're going to get the Ursa. They do. Wow. Vino sitting very low. And there goes the slow. And there goes another slow. Instead, the whole team on him, and there it is. A 4-for-1. They do lose their Tier 3 tower, but they hold the racks. And they get a 4-for-1 trade. Very solid fight there out of this Radiant team.
Passing the 25 mark too.
Yep.
This is bad.
Yeah. Losing a fight like that right at that meta switch, just not a good situation for the Star team. They're still way ahead, but I would like to see some Wisp backdooring with Ursa, some cheesy shit like that, because they do not want to try to fight this team at a late game stage. I believe you called 40 minutes and I called 35 minutes would be the end if they got farmed, so we'll see. They're very close.
Getting there.
Yeah, they're nearing that point where they need to push. They need to end this, because that fight right there shows that this Radiant team has fight left. They're not out of it yet. Both teams doing a fairly good job of keeping wards up, and Sniper overextending a bit here. Needs to be very careful. Don't want to get too cocky after a fight like that.
Each death on Ursa right now is so big because he's the only carry.
Yeah. Every time they kill this Ursa is massive, and they cannot let him get the Aegis again. And look at this, Shinny getting out of position. They don't have any more dust, though. And he's getting healed by Trant.
It was a 3 kill, God.
Yeah. They should definitely be carrying at least dust or sentry wards, maybe even an eye by this point. I could understand why not having an eye, but you need at least dust or sentries, if not both. And look at him, still wanting to push mid. I agree with this. They need to get those racks down. There's no tower to help counter push. Meanwhile, top, AM does blink in and get that tower. Nice job by the AM picking that up, getting very slowed by this Vino, though. And Vino does have his Aghanims finished. So AM is not going to want to fight him outright. Needs to get the hell out of there. And actually, he does have his Vladimirs now. And look at this. Here comes the mid push. They need to regroup for this. They don't want to lose racks right here. But it looks like Ursa is going to make very short work of these racks. There is the fortification up, though. And AM does blink in. Look at this. But Sniper got caught way out. He needs to turn. There's the BKB activation, the ulti by Tree. Oh, Shallow Graves himself. Smart. See if they can pick him up with the Shallow Grave wearing off. Yes, they do get him. Oh, this could be bad. Wisp is going to go down. Oh, what's left is Ursa Sniper ulti. And he goes down. And that is not what they wanted to happen. Oh, my.
They just lost the game.
They could very well have lost right there. That is exactly what they did not want to happen. The fortification timed perfectly. They have no reveal, and everybody on the other team is going stealth. They have no wards. If they'd had a sentry ward there, it could have been very different. A sentry ward could have been game-changing, because Sniper would be dead. He would not have lived if they had a sentry.
Was able to kite them from everywhere on the map.
Yeah, they have no sight. A gem, a sentry, or dust, and they would have won that fight right there, I believe. Shinny's poke damage is really what won it for him. It did so much damage when he came out of Invis and started just dropping those headshots. And he does have his Yasha. He's got the Shadow Blade, so his attack speed is fairly well. Yeah, they gotta carry dust. We're gonna check the item tab right now. And still no reveal. No sentries, no gem, and no dust on this dire side.
Another thing right now is that
oh, look at this. PA having to leap. PA getting caught kind of out of position here. Yeah, PA could be in a lot of trouble here. He needs to, and not enough. That could be really bad. And meanwhile, Ursa and Wisp had actually TP'd into the tower. There's a defensive ulti by the tree, but he's by himself. Okay, there's his team. Can they get the damage in? He's going for the Pugna. The Pugna just melts. They switch to Vino. Vino not going to be able to tank that. Oh my, and they're just feeding kills. Now they need to go on this Ursa. They need to turn and go on the Ursa. They don't want him getting any more kills. Sniper actually wanting to go on the Dazzle. He's just going to grab himself, and Ursa, oh no, Ursa's going to get the Sniper if he cannot kite this. Nice kite through the trees. Dazzle falls, Nice rain to slow. AM jumps in. The cold feet and the sniper ult to finish him off. Wow. Excellent kiting by Shinny on that sniper to go through the trees. And the cold feet proc. Such a long stun. So much good little bursty damage going down there. Wow.
Ursa is popping his BKB way too early.
Yeah. He's using it very prematurely. And that's kind of where we go back to the fact is, do they really have enough stun to necessitate a BKB? Only if you use the BKB at the right time. if you use your BKB, if he's only down to 5-second charges on it. If you only have a 5-second immunity and use it 3 seconds before the fight, you're really crippling yourself.
He is used BKB to initiate, but that's not how. Like, you can't justify his BKB like that.
No, you can't.
Get out of heal and the cold feet.
Yeah,
that's it.
There's no other. That's why it's a very expensive item to counter cold feet. And now we have just surpassed the 30-minute mark, guys, and it's looking kind of grim here. They have came all the way back. They were down 16-4 at one point, and now it is 22-22 even.
Look at the experience. That's
yeah, the experience is hugely in favor of the Radiant right now. Over 6,000. Oh, good stuns going down on here, though. Do they finally have some sight? Yes, they finally have sight. They have dust on Dazzle. So.
PA goes down.
Oh, PA gets caught again. But Pugna went down as well. So they trade 1 for 1. PA for Pugna, definitely not a good trade. If you're this Radiant team, you need your carries staying alive. But here we go. Actually, we see a Pugna buyback. Interesting.
I don't know what this
wow.
is for on Ursa.
Look how much damage he just rained down on that Ursa, though, with that ulti. Did a lot of damage with a sniper shot. Let's see what our sniper's sitting on. He's sitting on 1,800 gold. He should probably try to spend his gold. He doesn't know they have dust. There's the dust going to come right here. Oh, he chooses not to dust. He doesn't know he's there. He's behind the Dazzle. Dazzle actually tanking rather well, though. A lot of damage going down on Wisp. Wisp is going to fall to the sniper. Ursa in doing lots of damage herself. There's the dust, though. Oh, AM getting a lot of stun, though. Oh, they leap out. Oh, wow. And Dazzle's still alive, and Ursa going to take the tree. No! Yes, the tree does go down, but they do get the tree. AM and sniper fall. Instantly buy out. Good fight there for the Dire. They need to get up and defend this. Yeah.
But he showered ulti from.
And there's the fortification. They're going to have to do this without tree. Oh, nice sniper shot. Oh, good A ulti. Wow. Catching Ioku right in the face. And they get the Ursa. PA with the BKB blinking up and finishing off the Dazzle. God, Lord, what a good counter fight there. Man. The instant buyout paired with an AA ult that lands on perfectly on all of their heads. An initiation sniper to get the damage low, and they just all disappear. Wow.
This is looking grim.
This is looking madness, man. What a comeback this would be. We're now approaching the 34-minute mark. Looking very, very grim now. Tier 1 tower, says Ioku. Woot woot. Alright guys, so a crazy wild game so far. Woot woot.
And Roshan's up and ready to cheese this time.
Yep. So they are going to get the third Roche kill with the cheat. Wow, actually, look at this. With Persa coming in, they could definitely contest this. If they do it right. Here comes a stun from behind. They don't know they're there. There is an initiative tree ulti, though. PA's there. Look at PA going on that Wisp, doing so much damage. Mech is activated. PA very stunned with the tether. Nice sniper shot, though, and Wisp goes down. And at the same time, they picked up Pugna. Ursa is all alone now. No support. Incoming Veno. There's the ulti. Ursa goes down. Blinking all over that Veno. BKB is activated. Rain slowing everybody. And that's the wipe, and that is the game. I think that is going to be the game right there. This is going to be a Roshan with cheese. And what in the hell? The tree just died. I'm not sure. It ends up being a 5-for-1, and they take Roshan, and Sniper gets the cheese. Let's see who they gave the Aegis to. They did give the Aegis to Conquer on that Phantom Assassin. Wow. Wow. What a fight. What a hard game to shoutcast. So much going on. I love it. Yep. Yep. Right just before the 35-minute mark, that fight happens. And the game-changing moment, that first team fight, though, at about 26 minutes is really where the momentum shifted. And then they just fed them kills from that point on to where they were down so far. They could still come back. It is definitely possible. If they start the Wisp cheesy shit and they get the racks in the middle, they could backdoor center racks. It's definitely possible. Game is by far not over, but oh, Ursa actually goes Blade Mail. Interesting.
I do not agree with that.
It's a good choice. AM, Anti-Mage, Sniper, and PA all countered by Blade Mail, but the question is, do they actually do enough damage to kill themselves on him? And with their current farm, I don't know. We'll see in this fight that's coming right now. But that was definitely big. It gave a huge advantage back to the Radiant. Had some big item pickups out of that, and they're going to have to defend their mid-racks, though. If they can get the racks pressure going, they can use Wisp to counter-push the Ursa, or counter-teleport the Ursa around and do a lot of damage. And they're trying to bait with this ulti, or this illusion here. Oh, and look at that, an immediate go on to Dazzle. Nice sniper shot. Ulti from Venom does go off. BKB's activated. Tree is ultied. Oh, don't hit him. He does have his armor up. Oh, and he's doing a lot of damage to the PA. PA not being able to attack. PA does go down, but he's going to come right back. Anti-Mage is in there doing so much damage to Venom. Punga going down to this PA right now. Wow, Punga doing very well, but MA is now very well. Sniper shot onto Ursa. My god, everybody is dead. And wow. Now they're just feeding for the feeding's sake. Wow.
He needs kiting overpowered.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have any reveal that fight. They could have won this very easily. All they had to do was push a little bit faster, and I do see GG's dropping. We might see the leaves in a minute. Man, PA doing a good job to move off of that Ursa when that Blade Mail was popped, because he would have killed himself on it, I think. He hit him twice and lost half his HP, so I do feel like he would have killed himself on it. Yeah. Critting on a Blade Mail versus an Ursa, bad idea. Here go the mid-racks. They're definitely going to fall. They're not even contesting this at this point. It's definitely possible to come back from one racks. I just don't see it. They let them farm, and we are now hitting the 37-minute mark when the racks go down. So, turns out our predictions were very good there, Ian.
Yep. I mean, it's the way this lineup's built. I mean,
yeah.
No matter how much you kill them, if you can't racks, you're giving them farms from the map because this is a 5-man team.
That's right. And look at this. Ursa does jump in. They want this PA. Azel going down. Lots of damage. Oh my goodness. There's the Blade Mail activation and the BKB. Conqueror looks like he's going to fall on this PA. Oh my god. And the Ursa goes down. Wow. They did get the PA, but everybody else is going to clean up. And wow, Treant goes down as well. Actually a 3 for 2. So could have been a lot worse there. Holy cow. And Shinny says, what the hell, I'm leaving. I'm not sure why Shinny would rage in there. Maybe he didn't, maybe he crashed. We're going to get a pause for him either way. Wow, this game. Fun one here. And we're sitting at a 11,000 gold lead for the Radiant and a 30,000 EXP lead.
Yep.
Yeah, he did time out of TS, so. And we'll take this moment. We can also look at items, look at skill builds, whatever. Fun stuff. Shinny on the Sniper does have a Shadow Blade, obviously. He did pick up a Manta and then went right into Chrysalis. We do have a Basher, Yasha, Vanguard, Vlad's on the anti-mage. Keep wanting to say MA for some reason. AA.
Mage Bane?
Yeah, matron. That's probably what it is. I myself was a Han player for quite a while as well.
Interesting.
The highest point I ever reached was 1880s, I believe. So, I used to.
That's good.
Yeah, I used to play a lot back in the day. Han was my game, but then they did that thing where they like combined stats and lowered everybody's MMR back to where it was, or whatever they called that,
Yeah,
and it
was
fucked me up.
1840, and then they compressed it. And I was like,
Yeah, the compression. Yeah, compression ruined the game, which was not fun because I really supported the game, and I had all kinds of sets and announcers and the dumpster taunt. You know, had all these.
I had the taunt.
Yeah, had all these cool taunts and announcers, and I had all the skins and all the early access hero skins and everything, and then it's like, oh, compression, and it's like, well, that's cool. So
yeah, it was pretty lame.
yeah, that was one of the stupidest game company decisions I've ever seen. In my opinion, I really disagree with it. I think that gets up there comparing with Blizzard failing on Diablo 3. So
Yeah, that's true.
pretty.
Oh
wow.
Arthritis just melts.
Yeah, that was disgusting. And look at, yeah, he's got the Manta, he's got the Basher, he's got the Vlads. Not super farmed, but more than he needs for soloing supports. And Vino coming in. Vino saying, I want to do work. There's the ulti, there's the slow. Leaps right out on top of an Ursa, though, but there's the Blade Mail. Needs to be careful. Ursa shallow graved, very, very low. Oh, one more hit. Look, they're both one hit. He blinks out. Oh, man, and he just gets caught. The Ursa, yeah, and Ursa gets away with 1 HP, guys. And Shinny with the snipe, the micro Shinny. Somebody controlling the Shinny, and there's another one for him. Shinny sniping everybody. Assassinates cooldown, so broken. 10-second cooldown on a fucking 655 damage nuke with 3,000 range. So broken his sniper when he gets farmed.
This is game over.
Yeah, I don't think they can do it, even with Shinny gone. They can just micro him. He just does so much damage, sitting on 5,200 gold. And here comes the Wisp saying, I don't care if I'm a support, oh, but you do. And that is going to spell the end of the game here. Ursa buys out, Pugna buys out, Ursa supports him with Blade Mail going. Oh, somebody did a lot of damage to him there and almost killed themselves in the process. Wow, a crit on top of Pugna by the PA. Doing so much damage. And he does have, PA actually has Satanic.
Yeah, he actually just picked up straight.
Yeah.
The 6,200 straight up.
Satanic plus BM equal undead. Big crits coming out of the PA. Dude, that was a hard-fought win for this Radiant. They bought their time. They did what they needed to do. They won the team fight when it counted. They were behind the entire game, and they came back.
I'm gonna just put the MP out here. I think Outtro is probably MVP here. His cold feet were powered.
Yeah, dude. Outtro did a very good job with the cold feet. Very well timed. They all did really well. It was a great job of the sniper getting as big as he did. Good job of the PA and the anti-mage for being able to get back into the game when they were shut down so very hard early. And that's the last game, guys. I've got to go work in my shed and get that cleaned up. Thank you, Yin. Hope you enjoyed your first time co-casting a game. It was fun. Thanks for everybody else.
It was fun.
Thanks to everybody else for joining and watching. Have a good day, guys.